from being one of the best players in the world to being completely unable of winning an ATP level match. What's up guys, I'm Tennistic, and today we're here to talk about the strange case of Jack Sock, a player who just 20 months ago was playing the semi-finals of the Nitto ATP finals, a player who injured. Luckily for him, he's been selected to play the Laver Cup, and he will be playing for Team World, but Jack Sock has not got many reasons to be happy about his tennis at the moment. And before I start with the video, if you enjoy tennis commentary videos like this, I suggest you subscribe to the channel for more tennis content. I am making a lot of tennis videos, so I'm sure you won't be disappointed. If you enjoy tennis, you will enjoy this channel. That said, let's go with the video. The strange case of Jack Sock.
That is outrageous!
Jack Sock was already having great results in his teenage years. In fact, when he was only 17 years old, he was the Juniors US Open champion, the first great achievement in his career. He was one of the best high school and then college players in the country. His first ATP level match came when he was only 18, when he was conceded a wildcard at the US Open, and Sock made the best of it, as he defeated Marc Jekyll for his first ATP win in his career. He then would play Andy Roddick in the second round. He fell in straight sets, but being only 18 years old, he had already played in the Arthur Ashe Stadium, an experience that he could learn a lot from. He would end up the 2011 season being ranked 380. His 2012 season saw great progress. He started the year playing ITFs and ended up winning 5 ATP matches, all of them in American tournaments, where he was conceded a wildcard because he did not have a great ranking yet, but Sock already demonstrated that he could play at ATP level in many matches. Again, his best result came at the US Open, where he reached round 3. He fell to Nicolas Almagro, who was world number 12 back then, and lost in a 4-set battle, giving the world number 12 a lot of trouble. He ended the year as world number 150, just one step away from the top 100. In 2013, he would finally break the top 100, and although playing some challenger tournaments, he established himself as an ATP level player. It wasn't the best of seasons, as he ended 2013 as world number 102, but 20-year-old Sock gave signs of great potential, putting up great fights against players like Tipsarevic or David Ferrer, who was world number 3 back then. And at 2014 came the major breakthrough, as Jack Sock ended the 2014 season as world number 42. His best results came at fast courts, as he made the semis in Newport and Atlanta. And if 2014 was great, 2015 was even better. His season started at Indian Wells, where he already made it to the 4th round, defeating a top 20 player like Bautista Agut in the process. He would then lose to Roger Federer in straight sets. And just 1 month later came the first ATP title for Sock, as he was champion at Houston, defeating his countryman Sam Querrey in the final.
First career title, likely the first of many for Jack Sock.
He would then struggle a bit on clay, which is absolutely normal with his playstyle, but at the French Open he was able to reach round 4, defeating world number 11 Grigor Dimitrov at the first round, Carreño Busta and Borna Coric at round 3. An amazing result for a Jack Sock that was already about to break the top 30. He would not win another title in the season, but had great results like final at Stockholm or semi-finals at Basel.
Oh, what a shot! That is incredibly good.
Sock would end up the season as world number 26. 2016 was a good season, as Sock established himself as a top 30 player, but he was not able to climb up in the rankings. He would end up the season with good results, as he made his best Grand Slam result, round of 16 at the US Open, and 2 finals, Auckland and Stockholm, where he would lose both of them.
Martín del Potro acaba de ganar a Jack Sock en 1 hora.
And then 2017 came, as you may all know, the best season of his career by a country mile, as he would already start the season winning his 2nd title at Auckland. He would make the 3rd round at Australian Open, losing in a 4-set battle against Joe-Wilfried Tsonga, winning another title at Delray Beach, making his first Masters 1000 semi-finals, claiming his first top 5 win in the process, as he would beat Kei Nishikori at the quarterfinals. He would lose against Federer at the semis, who as you may all know was an absolute fire back then, claiming the Sunshine Double at Indian Wells and Miami. He would then have a rough clay season, which is something expected, as he gets all his good results at fast courts. Unfortunately, he would lose 2 5-set matches at Wimbledon and the US Open, but the level of his matches was very high, and after his loss at the US Open, he played in the first Laver Cup, where he was just 2 points away from beating Rafael Nadal.
But in order to do so, he had to bring his very best tennis.
And that November came the best result of his career, as Jack Sock claimed the Masters 1000 title, winning the Paris Masters. To be fair, he was lucky on his draw. The only top 20 player that he faced in the whole tournament was Luca Pouille, but still, you have to take advantage of the opportunity, and Sock was able to do it. And winning in Paris would mean that he would classify for the Nitto ATP Finals, where only the top 8 players in the world play. And Sock not only played, but defeated Marin Cilic and Alexander Zverev, making his way to the semi-finals, where he would lose a 3-setter against Grigor Dimitrov, who would end up as the champion, defeating Goffin in the final. So Sock had started the season outside the top 20 and ended up the season as world number 8, a remarkable season which proved that Jack Sock was one of the best tennis players in the world. And then came 2018. The season that changed everything around, and Jack Sock passed from being one of the best players in the world to struggle to win a single ATP match. His season started at Oakland, where he was the defending champion, and there already came the struggles, as he lost against Peter Gojovic in the first round, a player that was ranked number 65, not a good way to start the season. First round at the Australian Open, Sock loses against Yuichi Sugita, in what was back then considered one of the upsets of the tournament. He would then play at Delray Beach, where he was again the defending champion. He loses in the second round against Ray Opelka, who was ranked number 228 in the world. And after winning some first round matches at some tournaments, after Rome, Sock spent 3 straight months without a single victory. What the hell was happening? Again, he lost a 5-set match at the French Open against Jürgen Sopp, ranked number 136. It's clay court, so it's not a big surprise, but a top 10 and Masters 1000 champion like Sock, you would expect at least some first round wins at clay. At Queens, he loses against Medvedev, who was outside the top 50 back then. Yes, outside the top 50, and 1 year later he's already in world number 4. Anyways, this video is about Sock. Wimbledon first round, he loses against Berrettini in another 5-set match. Berrettini was world number 81 back then, and we would have to go to the US Open to see a victory from Sock, as he defeated Guido Andreozzi in the first round, a player who I think is much better on clay, and Sock should defeat him 10 times out of 10 in a fast court. And finally, that's what he did, win a match. But the next round he lost against Basilashvili, another tough match that he would end up losing in 4 sets. So what was happening to Sock? Why was he struggling so much to win a match? He was very lucky that he defended almost all his points at the end of the season, at Paris and the Nitto ATP Finals. This way he was always classified for the final draws, but he was losing almost every first round match. Well, in my opinion, Jack Sock is the perfect example that at such a high level in season, Sock was very unlucky, and in January he injured the ligaments of his thumb, something that enabled him to play for 6 months. He has played at 4 tournaments since July, but hasn't won a single match. We will be seeing him at the Laver Cup. Many people think that this is undeserved, but I think he has had a great role in the Laver Cup these last 2 years, and I think some other players have deserved a place at Team World, but I don't think it's undeserved. He's one of the best doubles players in the world, so I don't think he will disappoint. I hope playing at the Laver Cup can help Sock gain confidence. He will be training and playing with some of the best players in the world, so let's see if he can keep himself healthy and start winning matches again. I think he's a good guy, so I hope the best for him. He's very charismatic, and at the end of the day, I think he's a very good figure for the world of tennis. Also, I do not live in America, but I suppose he is a big part of American tennis in these last few years. So let's see if he can turn things around. He is still 26 years old, so he has a lot of time to gain back his form and confidence. I do believe he will return to the top 30 in the future, maybe even the top 20, but returning back to the top 10